The university on Greyax 9 prided itself on being the most inclusive academic institution in the Orion Spiral. It hosted over 97 different species, each unique in biology, culture, and temperament. Among them was humanity still new to the stars, still feared by many, and still very much the wildcard. Ilara was the only human in the entire astrophysics program, and she liked it that way. She had earned her position through sheer merit, outcompeting dozens of species with neural link-ups, memory augmentation implants, and thousand-year educational traditions. Humans weren't the most advanced or the most civilized, but they were terrifyingly fast learners. That's what scared the others. Only one being had shown her true kindness during the first semester Kirill, a Cerethian with deep lavender skin, bioluminescent eyes, and a calm demeanor. They had shared research notes, lab shifts, and awkward conversations about Earth's chaotic history. Kirill was fascinated, horrified, and intrigued. He had never been inside Ilara's dorm room. Until today. He knocked politely, and before she could reply, the door slid open with a gentle hiss. Ilara looked up from her datapad, surprised. "Kirill?" she said. "What's up?" "I had a query regarding—" He stepped in. Then he stopped. His pupils dilated. His whole body froze, every muscle and limb locked in place, like prey cornered by a predator. Ilara blinked. "You okay?" Carol's eyes were fixed behind her. She turned and immediately understood. Hanging above her desk, in proud defiance of every interstellar peace accord, was a massive fabric banner, the Earth War flag. Black with crimson streaks, it bore the symbol of the old Terran Defense Coalition, two clenched fists, orbiting a blood-red sun. Beside it hung a sheathed blade. Not decorative. Real. A carbon nanosteel vibrosaber, its hilt marked with tally cuts, each one representing a confirmed kill. On her desk sat a deactivated helmet. Scratched. Burned. Scarred. "Military issue," Kirill stammered, his voice barely audible. "You fought in the Reaper campaign." Ilara stood slowly. "I did." Kirill didn't move. But humans weren't supposed to be there. Only Deathworlder veterans were drafted for that front. "We weren't invited," she said softly. "We went anyway." Kirill's throat twitched. But that was a meat grinder. Even the Ogron died in droves. "And you survived?" Ilara stepped forward, her voice devoid of pride, but edged with iron. "I didn't just survive, Kirill. I made it out with my entire squad." Kirill looked at her in horror. "I watched your species analysis logs," he said. "You're fast, yes. Resilient. But what I saw in the battle records, humans didn't just fight, they hunted. You waded through plasma, endured radiation, fought without sleep, like it didn't even touch you. You smiled while bleeding." She looked him dead in the eyes. "That's because humans don't just fight to win. We fight when there's no other choice. And when we do, we finish it." Silence. Then a small noise escaped Carol's mouth, part breath, part reverence, part fear. "I always thought you were kind. Quiet. Different from the stories." "I am kind," she said. "But don't mistake quiet for harmless." Kirill sat slowly on the chair across from her, still visibly shaken. Why keep it all? The flag, the saber, the armor? She looked up at the war relics, the ghosts of her past. "To remember," she whispered. "Because no matter how far humanity goes, the galaxy needs to understand what it means when we finally stand. That war taught me something." She paused, then spoke like reciting a law of nature. "Humans are peace-loving, but if you wake the storm, we don't stop until it's over." Kirill was silent. His species had warred for centuries, but they had never known a species like this. One that learned your language in days, adapted to your tech in weeks, and turned your battlefield into their hunting ground. Ilara noticed his discomfort and offered a gentler expression. You're still my friend, Kairel. I won't hurt you." "I know," he said faintly, "but now I understand why no one dares provoke Earth." He looked up at her, all flickering behind his fear. "You're not just students," he whispered. "You're survivors, warriors in disguise." Elara nodded. "We smile. We laugh. We build. But we never forget. That's humanity."